Hey guys, it's Chris, and in today's video, I'm reviewing Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 2. Today's video is sponsored by Raise Energy by Rep Sports. Their website will be in the description. Use my coupon code, you'll get 15% off your next purchase on all items on the website. Demand more. Be more. If you haven't seen Volume 2, this is your spoiler warning. Let's get into it. First, I want to talk about what I liked about Volume 2. Eddie's rock concert that he does in Episode 9, the season finale. He plays like 30 seconds of Master of Puppets. Eddie shredding on the guitar. That was probably one of my favorite scenes in Volume 2. He just rocked out. That's what was big in the 80s, was the rock and roll, the music, the hair, the headbanging. And Eddie's rock concert was just so metal. And in Volume 1, I called the Demobats stingers. So they're called stingers in the board game, D&D. But in Stranger Things, they're called Demobats. So I was correct the first time. They are called Demobats. Eddie, he does die. He sacrifices himself to save Dustin and lure the Demobats away from the trailer. And he's holding the shield and they're slicing right past him. And he's just stabbing them with the spear, and they're all swarming around him like this massive swarm. And then they hook him and they tie him on the ground, and then they just start eating at his flesh. I didn't run away this time, right? And like, just that scene was just so sad, and I wish they didn't kill him off. Next, the earthquake sequence. Now, at the end of Volume 1, every time Vecna killed, he opened a gate. So I was thinking, like, these gates are going to have something to do with the season finale. They're going to have to do with something in Volume 2. And they did. As soon as Vecna causes the earthquake, all of the gates that he opened are tearing open. And they all rip through Hawkins. And they're destroying buildings. And if you actually look, all of the tears that go through the town, they actually connect. And all four parts meet up in one spot. It's like in the middle of the town. They all meet up. All the tears are all destroying the city, and they all meet up in this one spot. That sequence was pretty cool. Like, I did enjoy that a lot, the earthquake sequence. And at the end of the season, you see half of the grass is dying, and the other half is still alive. That's because the Upside Down is emerging with our world. I think that's going to be the epic conclusion in Season 5. Vecna is trying to get the Upside Down in our world. Like, they're both colliding together. He's trying to bring his world to our world, and it does end with a cliffhanger. And lastly, my favorite thing about Volume 2 was that at the end, they throw Molotovs at Vecna, and he's getting on fire, and he falls, and then he stands back up, and then Nancy blasts him like 3-4 times with the shotgun, falls out the window, lands on the ground. You see him there laying on the ground all beat up and all injured. And then the kids run down and he's gone. I love how they didn't kill Vecna. They literally build him up all in Volume 1. He gets the big spotlight in Volume 2. And I'm just so glad they didn't kill him off. And he's definitely going to be in Season 5. And we learned that in Episode 9, Vecna was there from the beginning. When 11 sent him into the Upside Down and he turned into Henry or One or Vecna, when he gets all burned by the electricity and it burns his skin, and then he falls and he's looking up and there's the mind flare. So he's been connected to the Upside Down. He's been connected to Stranger Things since the beginning. Now the mind flare is the monster from Season 2, that shadow monster, the Shadow. And I just love how they connected Vecna to all these other seasons. Like, he's been there from the beginning. I did quite enjoy that, and I loved how they didn't kill him off. Like, that, I hate when they do that at end of movies or end of TV shows, when they just kill off the villain at the end and everybody else wins and it's a happy ending. I'm glad they didn't kill off Vecna, and he's definitely going to be in Season 5. Next, I want to talk about what I didn't like about Volume 2. And my only complaint is that Episode 8 is a lot of dialogue and there's not really much action. So a lot of the action really happens in Episode 9 and a little bit towards the end of Episode 8. So I just wish the pacing was better for the last 2 episodes. Like, Episode 9 is 2 hours and like 19 minutes, something around there. Almost 2.5 hours. So Episode 9, they could have split it up into 2 parts, but they really wanted it to be this big event. Like, hey, this episode is long as a movie. And I didn't mind that. I just wish they would have paced it out a little bit. Like, some parts in the season finale, it's talking, gets a little bit boring, and then it picks up with some action. So my only complaint, I just wish the pacing was better. They edited it a little bit better. Like, it's not like, all right, 20 minutes of dialogue, something happens, and then we got to wait another 20 minutes for something really big to happen. Like, just the pacing was off. I just didn't like the pacing. That's all. I'd give Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 2, an A. Not my favorite season, but definitely one of the best. I actually liked Volume 2 a little bit better than Volume 1, but Volume 1 had a little bit of pacing issues the same way. Like, Volume 1 didn't really drastically change until Episode 4. After Episode 4, then it was Full Throttle. So, same thing. I had the same complaints for Volume 1 for Volume 2. The pacing. And I can't wait for Season 5. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, don't forget that like and subscribe button. Peace!